The past week was like a roller coaster because at the start of the week, when I started hearing schools were closing, I was like, hold up, maybe this is something I should be really looking into.
The spread of the coronavirus has forced UMass Amherst students to give up the college life for the rest of the semester. Many UMass students moving out Saturday after the chancellor announced Friday that the school will hold only online classes amid the coronavirus pandemic.
I had the feeling that I would get sent home, but a lot of my friends and like teachers and family were like, no, don't think like that. Like, I don't think we're gonna get sent home. But I woke up, saw my phone, saw all the notifications, saw everything that had happened overnight, and my program, I just got an email from API, my program that I studied through, and they said that the program was immediately canceled and to find a flight home within the next week. They weren't answering like their phone calls, even their emergency line was closed off apparently. Like, they were just kind of done and we just had to go home. I came home and my host mom had said to me, the airports in Spain are closing. And I said, when? And she said, soon. There was this is the whole thing with the situation. No one knew, like, it's hard to predict exact times and dates when to make all these decisions.
It was very frustrating for me, like either to stay or to go back. I mean, I can go back because I have family, I have friends, I have, my country who can support my health issues without paying a lot of like money. Comparing to in the United States, you have to pay like thousands of dollars to get treated or to get tested for the virus. But at the same time, I know that, living on campus is very safe for me because there hasn't been any case reported yet.
I rent an apartment, so I'm okay with everything, but there's a lot of my friends are still living dorm and they're kind of like not knowing how this is going. It's just that because the school is also implementing as they going, they don't know what the next step they have to do. They're still discussing and all that. So the students also have to wait day by day to see how's it going. One of my friends actually live in dorm, and all of the dorm moving out except her because she's an international student and she have nowhere to go. Although, yeah, you have housing, but there's no one else live there.
If like the experience of being an international student wasn't already alienating, now it's even more alienating because there's literally no one here besides us and other people with like emergency situations. But apart from that, like, that's been something that's been a major change, having no one on campus. It's been super quiet, a lot more alone time. Thankfully, I'm like fine with being alone, but it's just worrying thinking about other people who like rely on other people's presence to like thrive and to feel good about themselves. So I think this is like going to be an interesting time to like really self-reflect on, like, just everybody self-reflecting. And the other major changes is just obviously traveling is a lot harder now. It's like there's a lot of uncertainty about whether it's worth it to fly.
And this is a constant debate I'm having in my head of like, should I go back to India? Which is an option for me, thankfully, and I can like at any moment pack my bags and leave. But it's like, there's so many unknowns with staying here, and there's so many unknowns with going back there, and like traveling right now is not a great idea for my health or for the health of people around.
It's very hard for me to travel from Vietnam back into US because like probably in a few months the US can might close the borders, right? And you won't really know when you can come back to like study and continue what your plans is.
It depends on my major as well, because my major is need to attend classes. They take some of the professors take attendance, and also we need a lot of group work. So that's why I have to say to be able to really call them, because time difference is a lot. So I decided to stay.
I'm working really hard to keep it in the day right now and to like not think to the future, because every time I go there it's like, ooh, I don't even know. I don't even ooh. all my frameworks for analyzing like the future are crumbling. And so respectfully, I am keeping it in the day, and I'm like not future casting. That being said, I do think that this is pushing a lot of us to really lean into the technological tools that we have at our disposal to work remotely and to build community across geographical location. And here it's like, oh, you have no choice, like figure it out. Like here's a campaign that you've been running for 2 years. Like you're not gonna drop it. You're gonna figure out how to do it in a new way. So I think, yeah, that's really this broad thing that I'm excited for the future of how we're gonna adapt.